Your voice can change the world. Launching a podcast is like dropping a pebble in the water. The ripples of your ideas, your stories, and your perspectives can spark global conversations. Whether it's equality, entrepreneurship, or entertainment, your words matter. Are you ready to start the next big discussion? Join Mogul TV Global Network, launch your podcast, and get ready to hit record today.
She's a queen, she's a crown, she's a backbone strong. Soft hands, open heart, where you know he belongs. Praise for her man, yeah, she covers in grace. Built for the storm, but still moves with grace. She's the calm in the fire, the peace in the fight. Holds them down strong, but keeps it real light. Got that Proverbs glow, yeah, she walks in the light.
Good Monday morning, y'all. Resilience Rising is back in the room, in the building, on the screen for you to watch and tune in to. I have missed y'all. Life has been busy. It's been lifing, but I am glad to be back here with you this morning. Y'all know I'm finna come and drop some motivation. We're finna talk about some stuff. We're gonna have a good time. I ain't gonna dance today. I'm gonna keep it calm. I ain't gonna dance today, but I'm gonna come in and motivate and push you. So again, good morning, good morning, good morning. Coach Cookies in the building. And as always, I would love to shout out Mogul TV. Y'all make sure y'all go and follow and subscribe and like. Tune in to us. We have so many powerful ladies on this network, powerful gentlemen on this network that come through and teach us and pour into us. And I want you to not miss anything, honey. Tap into it, okay? So we're going to jump in. We're going to get this morning rolling. I know we wake up with the Mondays every week. So we get up and it's like, oh, another Monday. I am tired. The weekend wasn't long enough. So sometimes you just need a little cookie in your cup to get you up and going in the morning times before your day takes off. So we finna get in it, y'all. We're going to have our mental health motivation this week. So we're going to talk about the different aspects of life each week and how we can build and work and be better. Better person holistically is the way to go. So today is our Mental Health Monday, honey. We're going to tap into this mind and see what we need to do to be better than we were last week and to build our foundation for greatness going forward, okay? So today, I want to talk about being authentically you. Y'all, so many times we are trying to meet somebody else's standard of what they think we should be. We out here with full-blown imposter syndrome and pretending to be somebody that we're not. We're not happy, but we want to look happy on social media. We live in a world where everything is so fake. We watching profiles. We reading on the news. Half the news fake. Used to be the news was real. That's where we can go and watch and see what's going on. But with technology growing like it is, everything at our fingertips is so much fake stuff. And AI has set it up so good that half the time we can't tell what's real and what's fake. So the only thing that we can do is control us. So I want us to be authentic in the things that we do. This is something that I feel like starts at a really young age, teaching people to kind of not be themselves. And I'm going to give you this example and you be like, heck yes. How many times did you as a kid watch your parents go from laughing, talking loud, probably cussing, living their best life to the phone rings, they check their call ID. This back in the day when you had the call ID box that was separate from the phone. So they check their call ID. They see that it's a business call. Then they answer the phone and put on their Harvard voice. And, hello, how can I help you? And you over there like, now, that ain't how you was just talking to me. So how you switch it up and become this person next? So we've been groomed to think that when we walk into certain atmospheres or interact with certain people, we have to present ourselves in a certain way. Now, what I'm not going to tell you is to just be loud and crazy and all out of sorts everywhere that you go, but be you. So the way that I talk on this podcast, the way that y'all see me and interact with me is me. If you talk to anybody behind the scenes, they like, yeah, she loud, she crazy, she gonna laugh about something. I do it at work, I do it in my business, I do it at home. Like, you just get me. So that way you're not questioning who's gonna show up today. You're not, you connect better with people when you give them your authentic self, because you are not in your head about, let me make sure I present in this way, or let me make sure I look this way. You just being naturally you. It works. So I want us to focus this week on just being authentic and true to us. But that starts with knowing you. So I have conversations with friends and associates and acquaintances often. From being in business, I interact with a lot of people, but I've had so many conversations with people where they are not comfortable in who they are. It's been times in my life, especially young adulthood, when we're transitioning, everything is different, and I'm trying to figure out, who the heck am I? I've had times after transitioning in, be it housing, a job, relationship, to where I'm like, what makes me happy? Who am I to the core? So you have to stop and first figure out who you are before you can authentically be you. You have to figure out what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what are your pet peeves, what things I really like, what things I really hate. Know you, and then show up as you in every room that you go in. People will respect you more. So I want us to do some shadow work this week. I want us to work in us this week. Think about us this week, and then figure out how we can present as ourselves and not anybody else. How do we show up as us in all settings, all circumstances, so that we can genuinely and authentically be us? I promise you will be so much happier, because I'm not wearing a mask or a persona of who you think I'm supposed to be. I'm me. Take it or leave it. Okay? So that is our challenge for this week. And I'm going to tell you, give you a little background on how that kind of came to me. Y'all know that I stay really busy, really active and stuff. And my kid does too. So we had a situation of challenge for him within the last week or so that we've had to address. And when it first came up, I'm going to tell y'all, he does a celebration in our city. I don't want to step on those toes, gosh. But he does a celebration in our city every single year. He's done it for the last 5 years. Since he was 11 years old is when this started. And he is the face of this thing. This is his celebration. He partners with another organization here in town because they do some other parts of this celebration. It's Juneteenth. My son does the parade part of Juneteenth, and another organization does a big festival where they have blues singers to come in and live artists. They have a DJ. They have vendors set up that sell stuff from their booths. And so they just come together and collaborate and have this event together. As far as his parade, everything is his to do. Everything. Like from start to finish. Now with the way the event is set up, we block off a certain part of the city to have the event. So his parade does run that route. And the other organization blocks that area off for their event. So his parade runs through that route. He doesn't have to worry about that part of it, the securing the spot. But he has to physically block it off, put up all the barricades, do all of those things. Marketing, they will mention the parade when they do their marketing, but he has to get his own radio appearances. He has to do his own social media posts. He has to create his own flyers. All of that he does himself. Well, he got a phone call that he kind of needed to highlight the other organization more and make sure that they were in the forefront of the things that he was doing. So he was really torn about that because it feels like, I do a lot of work. This is an idea I came up with on my own. I do all of this leg work and all of this groundwork, and now I'm having to give it to somebody else. And he's sat in this moment of, I'm still a kid, so I want to be respectful to the adults, which means sometimes I shouldn't say what I'm really thinking. But at the same time, now I have all these feelings internalized because of this situation that happened. And I need to vent and I need to say this, but I don't want to be disrespectful. So I had to have a conversation with him about being who you are. Just because you're a child does not mean you don't have feelings. Just because you're a child does not mean you don't have aspirations. You don't have emotions. You don't have plans. You don't have goals. Those all start as a youth. So you have to be able to articulate how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way, and what we need to do from this point. Show up as yourself. If you show up as you when you walk in rooms, the atmosphere changes. Because when we're walking in our purpose and we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, things will line up a lot of times. Not to say that there won't be challenges, but things will line up when you are walking in your purpose and in your passion and in the thing that God has set forth for us to do. So I had to have that conversation with him. Is just show up as you. If it doesn't work for you, yes, we have to find respectful ways to interact, but it doesn't mean that you lose you and just fall to the back burner and be or do what somebody else told you to be or do. Show up as you. So that's where I got to thinking, well, as adults, sometimes we model that when we go to work, we act this way. When we at church, we act this way. When we're at home, we act this way. And so the kids can get confused in this convoluted version of us that we're putting out. We have to model what we want them to do. If we want them to show up as them, we have to model that. We have to be that. And so we had that conversation. And again, I realized that it's some adults that have no clue how to authentically be them. So I wanted to reach out. I wanted to put that in because, again, that ties into your mental health and well-being. I wanted to drop this pin and this plug in your spirit that we are going to start showing up as ourselves. Now, he and I, we're going to work through this Juneteenth hiccup. And his mama going to show up as authentically her in any meetings and anything that we need to do. And I'm going to push him to do the same so that we can have the best outcome possible. But as you go forward in your week, this week, with resilience rising on your mind, as you go through this week, I want you in every situation to show up as authentically you. If that looks like you setting a timer, your alarm clock in the morning, you know you can put a label on the alarm clock. Put the little name down there that says, I'm going to be authentically me or authentically myself. Set yourself a daily reminder to be who you are, to chase your dreams, to live in your truth, to live in your world, to show people I'm me, no matter what the situation, circumstance, whatever else, and watch how things start to align and to fall into place and to grow and prosper for you because you're showing up as you. That is my challenge to you this week as you go through your week. Be you. See, don't you feel better? See, that mental health get a little notch up because you didn't have to fake the funk for nobody else. I'm going to leave with this, a quote by Oscar Wilde that I really, really like. And it says, be yourself because everybody else is already taken. I love it. Everybody else is already taken. So just be you, sis or brother. Show up as yourself this week. Go forward being in your awesomeness and amazingness and living in your truth and be you. So go on, have a good week. Go do all the wonderful, glorious things that you do as you. And I'll see y'all back on next Monday. Resilience rising, over and out. Coach Cookie, over and out. Go make this Monday great. I love y'all. Mwah. Bye.